What's up guys? Gonna do a tank review today on the M3A3 Bradley. This is a rank 7 battle rating 9.7 light tank for the American ground tree. Gaijin considers this thing a light tank even though in real life it's known as an infantry fighting vehicle. The variant we have in the game, the M3A3, is a cavalry fighting vehicle or CFV. The Bradley holds an important place in my real life because I was actually assigned to this thing when I was in the army. I was part of a Bradley crew for 2 years, primarily as a gunner next to the track commander in the turret. I basically lived in this thing, guys, for 2 years. I went to gunneries, I went to the field, I went to NTC with it. I got to fire the Bushmaster, the 25 mil. Sadly, I never got to fire the tow missile in real life, just in the training simulators, so I'm still kind of bummed out over that. But I made a lot of good experiences, good memories with the crew and the unit whenever we went out in this thing. The desert camo that you guys see here is actually the paint, the camo I had on my Bradley. Before I left the army, they moved on to the default one, the green one. But for most of the time I was assigned to the Bradley, I used the desert one. Now the M3A3 is slightly different than the one I had. I used the M2A3. The M3A3 had more missiles in the back, and I believe you get more 25mm ammo as well. Along with that, another slight difference is that the gun ports, and you can see it back there, the gun ports in the M3A3 are sealed off. So the one I utilized, you had little holes in the back where soldiers that were sitting in the back, they can use their M4s and shoot at like enemy that came behind us or whatever. And this one, they're just sealed off with those rectangles, so you just don't have them. Now, I was actually very impressed with the 3D model of the Bradley in the game. Gaijin did a really good job. They even modeled this little like bar thing that goes right next to the driver's seat. They modeled, you know, the exhaust. They modeled everything really well about it. Even the little gunner sight, like the little sight that's housed in there, it's modeled correctly. All the rivets on the armor plates. Just very impressed with the whole thing. Now in the game, this thing used to be 10.0. They recently brought it down to 9.7, but the stock grind is pretty brutal on this, guys. At first you get access to APDS for default with like a HE round in between. Yeah, this thing sucks. 81mm pen, you're gonna have trouble with this, even with flanking. You wanna go straight towards the APFSDS, even though it's at the bottom of the grind. You wanna go for that. In terms of the missile, the TOW 2 is pretty decent as a default missile, but you do want to go towards the TOW 2A because it is tandem charge, it has better performance, and obviously the TOW 2B. Some people hate the TOW 2B. I have no issues with it. I like the top attack capabilities. You can use it on like hills and stuff. I bring a mix of TOW 2As and Bs. In terms of armor, it's nothing really special. Compared to the previous Bradley, you do get an extra armor package on the sides. It's flat on the sides, extra flat armor, and you get an extra armor on the front, I believe, as well. You get like 2 layers. The ones that I'm hovering over, the 13mm plate, in real life, those are quite heavy, guys. When you take them off, when you do like maintenance in the motor pool, they're pretty heavy. You also get extra armor on the turret as well, compared to the older Bradley. Now, when it comes to the engine, people complain about the engine. They think it's slower. Like a slower IFV. In my opinion, I have no issues with it. I'm used to playing like T72s and stuff, so the Bradley feels like a Ferrari compared to it. I really have no issues with the mobility. Enough about me yapping in the lobby. I'll tell you guys more about the Bradley in real life, and we'll get into battles. Alright guys, we got into battle. This map is honestly perfect for the Bradley. Like, it's long range, but you can also like flank and all that. Now, when you're moving around, you see the tow missile thing is up. You want to bring that down. When you're moving in real life too, you want to bring it down. Only once you get in position is when you can use the little switch to bring the tow missile thing back up. Alright guys, I'm using the buildings as cover. Oh, I see somebody. Yeah, you get Gen 2 thermals on this, and I'm going to use my TOW 2B, see if I can get a good hit on him. No, just a hit there. Oh, he's trying to run. See if I can get a good hit. Okay, I got his gunner. I'll take that. Okay, a kill assist on that T80. One thing to get used to with this, it is a kill assist machine. So you're gonna get a lot of those. Okay, I see somebody there. He doesn't see me. Okay, the TOW got him, but yeah, I shouldn't have wasted my TOW 2Bs on that guy, to be honest. Ooh, this spot is lucrative, guys. What is that, an antelope? Oh, come on. Why can't I get him? Oh my goodness. I'm making bad shots. Okay, I'm running. That was pretty bad, guys. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of kill assists from that though. Yep. Okay, hopefully I can get somebody here. Okay, another crit. You're gonna have that a lot too with the TOW 2Bs. I'm not sure why. I feel like in real life they're much more powerful, but I noticed I do get a lot of critical hits on those. Oh my goodness. I need to run. Oh! Yeah, you gotta get behind cover, guys. I don't trust the armor on this thing in this game. Okay, another kill assist. Let me see if there's any more targets here. What was that plane doing? It's crazy. Okay. What is that? Looks like a BMPT, don't it? A QN 506. I had to use the TOW 2A, so that worked. Chilling behind this rock. Okay, I see another guy. Oh, he hid behind that. I have a good view of their spawn right now. Okay, and he's gone. A lot of kill assists. He's kind of far up. Oh, a T-72. Woo! Dude, the TOWs are fun, man. I like using the TOWs. Oh shit. Oh no, I might be done. Gunner, come back. Okay. Dang. Hey, that's one of the perks of having your gunner being able to fire for you, or I mean your commander. Jesus, what was that? Anyways, yeah, so I mean the Bradley guys, like I'm doing pretty good, but it is honestly a support tank at the end of the day, you know, so utilize it as that and you'll have a pretty good time in this. Don't be too aggressive in this. Not bad. We did pretty good that round. So for this round, I think I'm gonna try something a little bit more long range, show off the TOW 2B's capabilities as well. That guy is pushed way up that hill. That's a light tank. I think I can get him with my gun. Oh, come on. Come on. Gotta keep lasing it. Oh my goodness. He had a whole ammo loadout. What the hell? Use the hills to your advantage. I see somebody moving there. Let's see if I can get him with the TOW 2B. He's a little far out. He looks like a rocket launcher thing. Oh yeah, that was a good shot. In real life too, when you're shooting this, like at gunneries or whatever, the targets you face can be quite far. Like I remember if you had like a personnel carrier target, like a BMP or whatever, you would shoot like over 1,000 meters away. Oh, he's not looking at me. Let's see if I can get him with the TOW. Nice. So satisfying to use when they work. There's somebody getting shot at over here. Oh yeah, I see him. See if I can get a good shot. I'm trying to like get his midpoint. There you go. That was a pretty good shot. If he's behind cover, try to like aim it where you think his tank would be. You know what I mean? Okay, see another guy there. Oh man, I died. Guys, I wanted to include some extra content for you guys. I want to show you guys the protocol we do when we're on gunnery and when we're firing and all that. So I see this PC, right? It's a Shilka, but let's pretend it's like a personnel carrier. So let's say we're searching around for targets and I see him. I say PC identified and I laze it. There you go, I laze it. 600 meters, right? And then when the commander hears that, he says, gunner PC index AP, which gives me the cue to select AP. And then he says driver up. So the driver drives up the berm. Said fire and adjust. Now when I hear fire and adjust, that gives me the cue to fire, right? But before you fire, I say on the way. And I laze it again usually. When I hear on the way, I usually fire 4 or 5 shots. And then I say target, and then the commander immediately says target, ceasefire, driver back. And the driver drives back behind the berm, behind cover. And this is a pretty small berm, but you know what I mean. That's usually the standard protocol for shooting at gunneries. If I had to rate the M3A3 Bradley in War Thunder, I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. It's a pretty average IFB platform, to be honest. There are other better alternatives to the Bradley. You do have a wide variety of tow missiles to play with. The 25mm Bushmaster is a good gun, you know, and it recently got lowered to 9.7, so it's much more competitive in that regard. It's in a better position now than it was before. However, you do have some weaknesses in game. You are a pretty big target compared to something like a BMP or other IFVs. Maybe your mobility is not as good. It doesn't affect me personally, but you know, some people might have an issue with it. And finally, the stock grind. The stock grind for this thing is quite possibly the worst one I've ever had to do. The first APDS round is just brutal, but once you spade it, it turns into a pretty capable vehicle. So if you can get through the stock grind, this thing will shine, you know, and be a much better platform to play. But the average performance in the game doesn't change my opinion that, you know, I made a lot of good memories in this while I was in the Army. You know, it took care of me, and so in real life I would give it a 10 out of 10 for sure. So yeah guys, that was my review of the M3A3 Bradley. Let me know in the comment section below if you have this tank, if you like it, if you don't like it. Also let me know if you have any real world experience with this tank as well. I would love to hear about your guys' experiences with it. And yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, I'll greatly appreciate that. Comment down below if you would like me to review any plane or tank. As long as I have it, I can make up a review for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys for watching once again, and have a good day. Peace.